Good morning. My name is Cindy. I was born into a Christian family, just like our brother shared, a strict one, of course. And so there were options to choose from, but when it comes to religion, we didn't have any. Uh, you just have to go to church, or you leave the house and get a new place to stay. And leaving the house wasn't also possible at that time. And so we're brought up in a Christian home. That notwithstanding, it hasn't really been a very smooth one. The road will meander you sometimes, and you have to find yourself back on track. And so that is how it has been. But when you go off the track, because of where you are coming from, I heard a man of God say that when you are brought up from a well-disciplined Christian background, when you go off, you still hear that still voice that is asking you to come back. And that is how it has been for me. Fast track, I got a job last year into another terrain, far different from where I was, though it was the same educational sector. But I was an English facilitator where I was because I had a minor degree, and now I had to go somewhere higher to go and teach another thing altogether. It was a bit difficult and challenging, and so I didn't have any option than to commit it into God's hands. And so I prayed 3 simple prayers. I told God that connect me to a destiny helper or a divine helper who will hold my hands by the way and take me through. Then we have, for Legon, with the Department of Education, the colleges of education are now universities, and so they are affiliated to different universities. So most of the colleges that are affiliated to Legon are outside Accra, with the exception of Accra Training College. So I told God that I don't want to go outside Accra. It means that if you have a lecture over there, you have to drive all the way to either Adan, either Ekropong, either Ebri, any of them. The following day, you have to come back and go to campus and go and teach. So I told God that, please, I do not want to be affiliated to any school outside Accra. I said that one. And I also told God that I drive, but unfortunately, I don't know anything around the car. The only thing I'm good at is to open it and perhaps put water inside. Aside that, anything that happens around the car, I'm not too sure of. Then it means that I will need assistance. And I have been working in Tema for over 10 years. And when I have a challenge, you just call on a colleague. And now I have to ply the motorway. And now the potholes are manholes. So once you develop a problem, then you need hands. So I said, God, go with me every morning and come back with me. I don't want to drive outside Accra because my life is just within Tema. Even for Accra, I don't really know Accra very well. And so I started work. Then when the courses were shared, I don't know, but for some strange reason, the HOD of the department just got up and said, oh, pair me with Cindy. I want to do her courses with her. One prayer was answered, just like that. And some way, somehow, even though I was paired with her, she was most of the time doing the lecturing. Anytime I woke up and I hear that, just go through your slides. Before I get there, she'll call me and she'll say that, Cindy, I'm not coming today, so take the class. And I had already prepared, and so God took me through it by one, till the end of the semester. Then our list came out for assessment to other colleges. We were about 20. And so they had to pair you with another lecturer, and then 2 new lecturers will have to go. For some strange reason, I was the only one who was paired to Atraco. I didn't have a supervisor. There was no other person. But I was the only lecturer who was paired there. The second prayer was answered. Then the third one was on my car. To God be the glory. I've been driving from last year, September, to Accra and back. There hasn't been any day or any time that I had sat in my car to move to go for lectures and I had issue. God had taken me through. There was a day that a driver was behind me and kept giving me attitude and issues here and there. I parked and I allowed him to pass. I went through the Abbott underbridge. When I got out of the underbridge, there was an accident, his car and another car. I just couldn't have imagined. Maybe if I hadn't allowed him, I would have been the one there. But to God be the glory. This is how far. And I believe that this is just the doing of the Lord. And I come to testify for his goodness. Amen.